Wraggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review, but not just Wraggy, Mr. Kent Beer reviews as well. And I thought I must have messed up with the thumbnail, but I'll sort that out later anyway. So this is Thornbridge Brewery's Necessary Evil. This was a beer that blew me away when I drank it. It's a bourbon barrel aged stout, aged 13% from Thornbridge Brewery. It was on last night. I'm not sure if it was in keg or cask. I presume keg.
Yeah, keg.
At Nottingham Craft Beer Festival 2021, and the good fellow there, what was his name? Do you remember his name? Was it James?
Yeah.
James, well done, mate. You were an absolute legend. Passed you a few times, and you did well with your tastings, and you did well promoting the Thornbridge brand. And obviously, you're out at beer festivals. It's about promotion of brands as well. So I won't rattle on too long because we've got an itinerary. So it says it, Necessary Evil is an imperial stout aged for 8 months in bourbon barrels. Aromas of sweet bourbon, vanilla and oak from the aging process. Wow. Combined with rich chocolate, roasted malts and caramel from the base beer. This will be interesting. Craig gets a lot more than I do, so this will be interesting. Soft and silky, this full flavoured stout has layers of complexity and flavour unlike any other. Best served around 10 to 12%. I'll get back to that in a minute. So take out the fridge for a while before serving. Whilst this beer will age well, there is no time like the present, so we recommend opening and enjoying it as soon as possible. Right, so this is the dual chilled beer review. It's not long out of the fridge. It's been probably about half an hour, to be fair. And we're going to flip it and do a quick review on the Craig's channel, obviously. So, I'll try not to sound too drunk. There you go, it's not working. So,
too late.
The first time I tried this, it just blew me away. So this is going to be really, really interesting. And hesitant on how much to pour out. So we'll pour an amount. That seems a lot, actually.
Yeah, I'll have half of that.
And where's your glass?
There, it's right in front of you.
Oh, sorry. So, from Gads, local to our good man at the side of me.
I do.
Yeah. So we're doing quite a few bit. We're doing 3 or 4 on the bounce.
Yeah,
so
big,
it's
big double digit ABV stuff. So yeah.
So as you can tell, lovely black, neon black pour, and this is really interesting concept. And I implore other beer reviewers, if you get the chance to if you ever meet up, do dual beer reviews together, and or even with friends of your channels, it's an interesting concept because it's what we all get from beers. And sometimes, even as a beer reviewer, somebody will come along and say, I get this, and you're like, do you? And you're like, wait a minute, that's the flavour I didn't know. Because there's flavours and aromas you don't know what. You can taste something, but you're not sure. So you don't want to say because you sound like an idiot, that sort of thing.
Wow. Yes. So jet black. Loads of alcohol legs, as you would expect. Is it 13%? Yeah, 13%. 13,
yeah, it's got good legs on it.
Yeah, it's give it a nice swirl. You're getting all that aromas coming up the glass.
The bourbon on the nose. Oh.
It's bourbon, but it's also there's something else. I can't think what it is.
Did I have you caramel? Because I can smell caramel.
Caramel with like brown. There's like a brown bread note in there.
Right.
Or maybe with like granary bread. I don't know.
It's interesting.
It's warming aroma.
As a fan of beers, as a fan of beer reviewing, take no notice of how many subscribers you got. It means nothing. If you've got 1 million, it don't mean anything. It's honest reviews, and that's what it's all about. And
it reminds me of a bakery. That early morning bakery smell.
See, I used to live literally yards from a bakery, about 30, 40 yards. I don't get that, but obviously
fresh brown bread from a bakery.
Maybe my bakery doing white bread. Fluids on North Shield Street.
But you're not you don't get bourbon from a bakery, but you know what I mean.
No.
But it's not crazy overpowering bourbon though. I don't think.
It's more subtle. It's not ultra boozy at the moment, at least.
Yes.
I'm going. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, babe. Get your shoes back on.
I'm gonna have to walk all the way back now, aren't I, to get my shoes on, aren't I?
But no, the aroma is really interesting. Not crazy booze though, considering. I'm just comparing it to a beer we've just had recently.
Yeah, and this is where as beer reviewers as well. Say you come across a beer that you put as your number one beer. Comparing beers together, doing, beer versus beer. This is where it gets in. I mean, it's all about if you can afford to do it.
And these beers aren't cheap.
No, this beer is an 11 quid beer. The last beer was another 11 quid. I think it was 11 quid beer. So they're not cheap. I know a lot of I do worry that a lot of people can't afford these beers, which is why I tend to do more supermarket than these, because people, I, as somebody who comes from a poor background, understands that you can only spend so much on beers. We all know that.
They're occasion beers and that kind of thing. Sharing beers.
It's a treat.
It's a treat beer.
I mean, it's not a beer to drink on your own, it's a beer to enjoy.
No, I wouldn't want to. I definitely want to share it. It's one of them deals, one of them things. But the aroma is really interesting. I was quite impressed with that kind of brown bread note. I wasn't expecting it.
The complexities on the taste, and the worrying thing for us as beer reviewers, obviously we've just done one beer review. This is the second, and then I don't think we're going to do any more than 3, because I think it will just sideline us. Big beers are not easy.
I think we need a light pale beer.
Yeah.
Before we do the
water. Yeah.
There you go. I'm teaching them. See.
I'm learning.
So am I. Yeah. But no, it's quite.
And there's a reason why this sold out last night at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival 2021.
Yeah.
First ever actual craft beer festival, and seeing the Thornbridge down there, you're a localish brewery to me. You where you're based isn't. It's about 55 minutes a drive away from me, so it's on the way up to Manchester. And love your beers. Cocoa Wonderland is an amazing beer if you've had that.
Yeah.
Obviously Jaipur and
they're available in Morrison's.
Yeah, there are a lot of the Thornbridge beers are available in Morrison's. Well worth checking. Lots of different styles, This is very much a treat, a top end beer. You would never go from a lager to this. You'd need to gradually build yourself up into going from, build your way up the spectrum of different beers and get your palate.
I mean, a beer like this, you could share it with like 2 or 3 people quite easily. Yeah. 3 people would be.
I mean, I've drank this on my own, but I would say that this is a beer you drink with 2 or 3 or even 4.
Just a little.
It's a shot beer. 11 quid a pop. Get a shot, drink it between you, get experience. That's the sort of beer it is. It's an experience.
I'm getting a tingling on the palate with this one. It's quite strange.
My belly's as warm as they come.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the morning. Something else will be warm as well. But anyway, enough about that. But no, so for me, what I'm getting then flavour-wise. See, I'm not getting that. I'm getting a little bit of that kind of warming brown bread sort of thing, but there is more of that booze, more of that bourbon as you'd expect. There's something about the aroma. I don't know what. It's not quite that bakery kind of aroma. It's not marrying up to the flavour. Yeah, you're getting that brown sugar, roasted malt. Slight. It's not crazy sweet. It's sweet, but it's not overkill sweet. I'm getting a little bit of baker's chocolate in there as well. Maybe a little bit of underlying coffee notes. And a little bit of booze towards the back end there. But yeah, it's a lovely sipping beer.
It is.
It's one of them thinking beers. I always class these as thinking beers. You can sit there and... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a beer you've got to prod at. You can't... These beers aren't to be necked.
Oh.
No, because you get steaming, and I'm off steaming as it is.
And then you could do that with any beer.
Yeah.
You ain't going to pay the price it is. You could do that much cheaply. Or cheaper.
Yeah, if you want to get
So,
drunk, it's not that sort of beer.
kind of
This is a
pointless.
bit. This is an experience beer.
Yeah.
You know, from Thornbridge, and it's a beer where you try and get the aroma. Not everyone gets aromas. You know, I've been on beer and wine tasting courses with Sainsbury's, with the top brass of Sainsbury's, when I worked there, funnily enough.
Before you got sacked.
No, I didn't get sacked, I left.
But,
But, but I've been on them courses, and there's some stuff you get, there's some stuff you don't. And the same with the tasting. There's some you do and some you don't. And it's all down to palate. And you only need to look on these multiple beer review websites and some of the stuff, and you think, so what is going on? What did they get from that? But it depends what you've ate, what you've drank before. The variables are unbelievable. The main thing is, did you enjoy the beer? In my opinion, it's about enjoying, and wow, this is absolutely walloping. I've got another big beer to come.
you'll be all right.
But yeah, that licorice. The warmer it gets, the licorice has come to fruition. And like you say, that brown muscovado sugar that you got earlier, I still don't get the brown bread, but we get what we get. You know, I can't.
I don't get it on the. It's just more on the nose for me. It's like it's definitely wholemeal bread on the nose. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I get nuts. I do on a lot of beers, and I have no idea where I get nuts from. And I don't eat the bloody things.
No, neither do I.
And I don't get my mouth around nuts either, saying it before anybody says it. Watch him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? You know, and it might be the sort of thing that you've got in a tooth where you've got some, you know, where there's no filling, and you've ate something from weeks ago, and it's there, and all of a sudden it comes in. You never know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No, I don't.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's the strange thing with doing beer reviews. And we're drinking this side by side at the same temperature, and so you get these people who do taster beer reviews across the internet, and they're miles apart, different temperatures, and to do it side by side, it is a cool thing. And in October, when there's more beer reviewers in Nottingham, I want to do the same. Try and get some beers, try and get something interesting. Hopefully not so bloody strong. And it's a great beer, never mind, but not so strong. And just see how the palate changes for all of us. There's room for 3 behind it, no more than 3, God's sakes.
Yeah.
But even unless I dangled the camera further down, it can be
If you
arranged.
push it back, then you could put it on the chair. That thing.
Yeah, I could hang it up off the chair. Yeah, so it's not undoable. But
I'll be watching.
For the beer review community, you know, everyone joining, everyone watching this at some stage in the future on mine or Craig's channel. Make sure you watch both channels. I'm doing the more chilled review. Craig's doing more the room temperature review. So both reviews are relevant. Make sure you check both reviews out.
Same amount of waffle, just different channels.
Yeah. Put shit on both channels. There we go. It is what it is.
We're used to it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, fucking hell. I talk shit for 3 years, you know. It's the way my channel is. Everyone knows. It's just the way it is.
That's the way you got to be.
So,
That's the way it should be. People wouldn't watch anyway.
P's and Q's, they're not for me. No, I've never been a P and Q person. I've just been straight down the line, Wraggy.
That's it. Best way. But no, it's a lovely beer.
So, if I'm going to give it, because I've got to be careful with time,
Yeah,
because it's already, fucking hell, I can't read the time. 8 o'clock gone. It can't be 8 already.
Yeah. It can.
Wow, that's gone dark quick.
Well, it's cloudy.
So yeah, lovely black pour. There was a little bit of head on this. Massive boozy, licorice, muscovado sugar. It's strange how things differ. What a beer. It's still an amazing beer. Was it as amazing as the first time I tried it? Do you know,
I had it on draft.
I would need to put it against the beer that I tried about a few days before, which was a Vocation Brewery beer. To really, and this is where scoring points is not easy, because if you give something a point rating, then the next time you drink a beer, it's very hard. It really is. Trust me, because the point scoring changes. Depends on the day, depends on what you've had before, how drunk you are, obviously. So many variables. So would I drink this again? Yes, 100%.
Second time I've had it, I think.
Out of 5, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. You could watch the last review and says you get this a massive score. I'd still give it a good 4.6 out of 5. But God, look how much is left in the bottle.
I know, it's
Jesus
scaring me already.
This is an amazing beer. Thornbridge Brewery, absolutely brilliant, lads and ladies. You know, stunning beer, stunning.
Yeah, I had this on draft a couple of weeks. Well, London Craft Beer Fest, actually.
Bless you.
But yeah, it's a good beer. It's a good beer.
So that's
It's worth the money as well.
Oh yeah, 11 quid. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like paying out for big beers.
No, but if you want a beer for a special occasion, then there's an example for that.
Go from Guinness
Oh, that's just
to this.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention that on the same.
Yeah,
breath.
I know.
just.
But this is something truly out of this world. Sipping beer, a sipping beer.
It's just a joy.
Bloody awesome.
It's a joy to drink.
Right, that's it for this review. Slightly different review, obviously.
Indeed. Cheers,
Steaming.
everyone.
Cheers, and yeah, massive thanks to this fella at the side of it. He's the Jedi. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with Yoda, although he's not 800 years old.
No, I'm the
I feel fucking 800 years old.
I'm the dodgy eye.
But anyway, cheers everyone. See you soon.
Cheers.
Right, turn it off.